first shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rudolph now to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's the end of it.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
At the 29-yard line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead. But these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Going deep here for Parker. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
First down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rudolph off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
58, boy, 58, come on. Come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Kenyon Drake. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return is Henderson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And it's caught off the deflection. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's going to get this inside the 30.
Kenyon Gray.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Henderson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And they'll get this down to the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
It's a foot race. 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 62 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kenyon Drake with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. That time on the run-pass option, when he decided to throw it, Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
54, Steelers 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return is Henderson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rudolph looking to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown,
Kenyon Drake. 28 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Packers 61, Steelers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They will snap it to Rudolph. Open man completes it to Claypool. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to...
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for change.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 68, Steelers 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Rudolph Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw right away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10, Rudolph again. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A 1st down and more for Drake. The 30. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
At their own 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was covered.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check, 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 check. 50-50. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing here, Stafford. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back to the air, Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's now 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Stafford going to throw it, going deep for Hopkins. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Packers 88.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continue